Leader over here in the small arena. How about a 2.67, 267? That's going to put her third in the go-round so far for Hallie Bennett of South Utah County. Mackley Wilson Hume, South Summit will be up next. She'll be followed by Hallie Wilson and Brooklyn Hunsaker. Robert McLaughlin is your next cowboy to go from the Spikers. Painted Buck is the name of the horse. So we do have an option of a rewrite, and we'll probably do that just before the Bulls. Robert McLaughlin, Spikers. And the time for Mackley is going to be a 3.31, 3:31 for Mackley Wilson. Next to go is going to be Hallie Wilson, Wasatch. So we look back at our judges and see what they have to say about Robert's ride. Oh, hard-running calf and hometown cowgirl. She was a 2.9, finished top 10 in round number 1. We're going to go out with an O time for Hallie Wilson. Brooklyn Hunsaker, West Desert, will be up next. She'll be followed by Cadence Martin and Peyton Bennett.
Kayla Gardner, Alexis Beckstead, and Harley Stokes. If you can make your way on over the winner's circle, I have Summit Equine Performance, a PEMF technology, Magna Wave technology. I don't know the specific terminology for you. It's donated by Summit Equine Performance, and you can go on over there. They can hook this machine up to them and get them ready to perform. Congratulations on your Performance 1 win, and Harley Stokes is your Utah High School Rodeo Queen.
And the score for Robert is a 66-point ride, 66. Now, Cooper Sagers needs to come over and see you, McCarty, but we do have a rewrite option. So we're going to send Cooper over to see you to have you interview him. And then if it changes, we'll send over Cooper James. It's going to be no time for Brooklyn Hunsaker. No time. Cadence Martin of the Spikers will be up next. She'll be followed by Peyton Bennett and the Casey Bennett. Well, over on our side, we're getting ready for the big man's event. This is the steer wrestling. Second go, Sam Hatterley will be first to go from Wasatch. He'll be followed by Caden Donovan, Cole Penrod.
I've been telling my whole family to not put in the war bonnet hat drawing that they draw out every day. They listened, but I still didn't win the drawing. Perry Allred, you are the winner of the war bonnet hat, so go on over there and get your new hat. Congratulations, Perry Allred.
Caden Martin, Spikers, here is your student body vice president from the Spikers. Over on our side, we're going to start off with the steer wrestling, and it is brought to you by Burton Lumber. I'm sure McCarty will talk about that a little bit, but this is Sam Hatterley of Wasatch. Caden Donovan and Cole Penrod, be ready. As we place that American quarter horse on a 45. Come on, Cadence, right there. And the time is going to be a 4.11 for 11 for Martin. That's going to give her 2 down and keep her in the average. Next to go is Peyton Bennett of Lehigh.
As we get started to go, Burton Lumber brings you the steer wrestling. They're Utah's largest full-service lumberyard and building material supplier. They have 8 locations to serve you, and they have been sponsoring the steer wrestling all week long.
And the time is a 9.15 plus 10. 9.15 plus 10 for Sam. Caden Donovan from Carbon will be next, followed by Cole Penrod and Tad Williams. And the time for Peyton Bennett is going to be a 5.35, 5.35 for Bennett. Nice loop. Another cowgirl that's going to sit solid right there in the aggregate. McKaysley Bennett Umatilla Basin will be up next. She'll be followed by Landry Platt and Kylie Platt.
If you haven't already, J&S Hydrotherapy has their big swimming pools over by the indoor arena. They are located just right there by the warm-up arena. They have their hydrotherapy swimming pools, so go and take your horse for a swim. Thanks, J&S, for being here.
This is Caden Donovan from Carbon, your next cowboy to go in steer wrestling. No time for Mackenzie Bennett of the Umatilla Basin. No time. Landry Platt of Enterprise will be up next. She'll be followed by Kylie Platt and Hattie Mae Bigler.
It's trivia time as we get started. We have West Wind's Waterwell caps that we're giving away. Your first question is, how many national team championships has Utah won?
12 and a half.
And a half?
I'm just kidding. I was just being fast. Larry Platt, Enterprise, next cowgirl. What was the question, Cardi?
How many national team championships has Utah won? It's a queen question.
It is a queen question.
We have a winner. That was quick. 8 national team championships.
And the time's going to be at 4.46, 4:46 for Landry. Nice loop right there. Kylie Platt of the Spikers will be up next. She'll be followed by Hattie Mae Bigler and Harley Stokes.
We want to say thank you to UN Adventure Company. Take a trip into the backcountry of the Una Mountains on a supercharged Polaris RZR from their new location in Camas, Utah. They now also offer daily watercraft rentals on Jordanelle Reservoir. Thank you for sponsoring the Utah High School Rodeo Association.
$19.30 for Cade. Cole Penrod, South Utah County will be next, followed by Tad Williams and then Trey Greeno. And it's going to be a little bit of tough luck for Kylie Platt. She's going to go out with a no time. Cowgirl was a 2-4 in the first round, placing her deep in the first round. No time in go round number 2. Hattie Mae Bigler of South Utah County will be up next. She'll be followed by Harley Stokes and Tegan Platt.
Katie Danley, you cannot answer this question. She has been killing it all week long. But the question is, what is the name of the horse owned by the Danleys that was ridden by Christy, Jackie, and Jamie?
And the time is a 7.25. 7.25. Next to go is Tad Williams from South Summit. Tad won the state of Utah last year. He is our state champion. He is also a national qualifier. He'll be followed by Trey Greenout and then Hazen Hunter. No time for Hattie Mae Bigler. No time. Harley Stokes of Spikers. She'll be up next. This is Tad Williams, your last year's state champion. Here we go, Harley Stokes, your student body secretary and newly crowned Utah High School Rodeo Queen. She'll be going to Gillette, Wyoming. She'd love to punch a ticket in another event. He's late. And the time for Tad is a 6.26. 6.26 for our cowboy for our South Summit Club. Trey Grios, South Utah County will be next, followed by Hazen Hunter of Dixie. 2 to go. Bell Racers, be ready. 2 to go.
And the time for Harley is going to be a 3.97, 3.97. And Harley, you can go visit with McCarty and pick up your sports massage thing for your horse. 3.97. Tegan Platt, Enterprise, will be up next. Brett Milner, then Cajun Watterson.
Well, we were just talking about Harley. Excuse me. We were talking about Harley. So how many NHSRA queens have been from Utah? And we found out that Toby was the name of the horse. Registered name is Paradise Elite.
Well, that didn't feel too good. No time for a cowboy from South Utah County. No time. Hazen Hunter from Dixie will be our last one to go. Bell Racers, be ready.
No time for Tegan Platt. No time. Brett Milner, South Utah County, will be up next. She'll be followed by Cajun Watterson, then Abby Richards. No time for Brett Milner. No time for your South Utah County Cowgirl. Cajun Watterson, also South Utah County. She'll be followed by Abby Richards and Avery Sanders.
Hazen Hunter, your next cowboy to go from Dixie.
Well, it's no surprise that the current National High School Rodeo Queen's little sister came up to answer this. How many queens have there been?
12.
Can you name 2 of them?
My sister and you.
Good job. My sister and me. The 12 queens are Susan Cummings, Tina Tolbert, Casey Peterson, Tanya McKinnon, Missy McCormick, Angela Oman, Lynette Nelson, Michelle Johnson, Shanae Shiner, Tacey Schaefer, McCarty Kelly, and Addison Red.
And the time for Cajun, 3.15, 3.15 for Watterson. Next to go, Severe's Addie Richards. She'll be followed by Avery Sanders and Presley Peterson.
No time for our cowboy from Dixie. So, as a recap in the steer wrestling, 3rd place, Sam Hadley with a 9:15. Oh, excuse me, 19:15. 2nd place, Cole Penrod with a 7:25. And coming to see you, McCarty, again, is Tad Williams with a 6.26.
And the time for Abby Richards is going to be a 4.66 plus 5, 9.66, including for your Tropic Cowgirl. Avery Sanders of the Spikers will be up next. She'll be followed by Presley Peterson and Tagely Allred.
We want to say thank you to Landmarks West. They're Utah's premier custom home builder. At Landmarks West, it's all about you. We truly believe it takes a unified team between contractor and client to build your custom home. Thanks Landmarks West and Rasmussen Equipment. They were founded in 1947 and have since grown to symbolize hard work and determination. That's Rasmussen Equipment.
Well, as we bring in the truck of Addison's with the truck driver in hand, Jason's fulfilling that job, and he is starting to go a little faster this morning.
I would tell whoever's on the back of that truck to be careful, because as much crap that Jason catches for driving slow, he's going to start doing donuts over there. 383 for Avery Sanders. 383 Presley Peterson. South Summit is going to be a no time as she throws and comes back with an empty. No time for your South Summit Cowgirl. Tagely Allred, South Utah County will be next to go. 1 to go, tie down ropers. We've got 1 to go.
Okay, since I'm back here with all the roughies, I expect them to answer this question. How many national high school championships have the Wrights won altogether? How many have they won?
That's a hard question, McCarty.
I know, there's so many of them.
That's what I'm saying. So many of them.
It's just high school, though. Just high school, so
Okay.
a little less many.
All right.
Someone guessed 5, not quite 5, a little higher.
No time for your final cowgirl dates. We all read no time. All right, here is a quick recap here in the breakaway. In fourth place in the performance, Taylor Ackerman with a 3.75, followed by a 3.31, Michaela Wilson-Hume, then a 3.15 from Cajun Watterson. But winning the performance and coming over to CU McCarty is the one and only Hallie Bennett from South Utah County with a 2.67. 2.67. Hallie, make your way over and see McCarty. As we wrap up the breakaway, again, thank you to Mark Bullthorpe, and get ready to go to your Keelix tie-down roping. Jake Tree, Sam Pete will be your first cowboy to go. He'll be followed by Burke Austin and Dax Hunt.
Have you had our saddle-down rider come over to you, Cardi?
We have not, and it's not that long of a walk either.
Cooper Sagers. Cooper Sagers, you need to go see McCarty. Also, Tad Williams.
And if they won last night and didn't get over there,
We do have a reride, though, so.
maybe he's waiting on it.
Well, they want the swag, too. Got more swag this year than we've ever had, haven't we, McCarty?
We do. We have $25 given to each performance winner, sponsored by Young Power Sports. We also have West Wind's Waterwell hat, but we're mostly giving those away to our trivia winners and the first one to bring me winners. So, thank you to West Wind's Waterwell and Young Power Sports.
Just a question, did anybody ever bring you a glass eyeball?
Well, we're starting over here with the barrel racing, and the barrel racing is sponsored this year by Red Roofing. You see those beautiful red barrels out there. And our first cowgirl to go is Mackley Larson. Now, she is a national qualifier. She's from South Utah County. This is Mackley Larson.
Okay, the answer for how many national high school championship the Wrights have won, the answer is 7. Rusty's won 2. Ryder, Stetson, Statler, Spencer, and Jake have all won 1.
That's a herd. Well, Cade is in position and we are ready. We start with Jake Tree, San Pete, Cowboy. One go-round number 1. He's one of those top talents in the cutting as well, so all-around talent from San Pete, Jake Tree. He's got his family here, hoping and wishing him to do the best.
And the time for Mackley is a 16.874, 16.874. Brooklyn Fowler Spikers will be next, followed by Shaylee Ivey of Uinta Basin. Sadie Davis, be ready.
In the tie-down roping in go-round number 2, Bridger Crandall leads the way with an 11-11. But we've got a lot of tough ropers coming to you this morning. We'll see where that 11-11 falls after tonight. As we finish things out tonight in go-round number 2, we will have go-round awards as well as a dance this evening. So make sure to stick around. We also will have a short round contestant meeting this evening. You will be filling out your bios this evening and turning them in.
And the time is a 22.132, 22.132. Shaylee Ivey, Uinta Basin next to go, followed by Sadie Davis, and we'll rake after Sadie.
And the time for Jake Tree is going to be a 15.94, 15.94. Strong average. He was an 8.83 to win, go round number 1. So we go next to Burke Austin of South Utah County. He'll be followed by Dax Hunt and Oxley Shaheen. $17.109 plus 5, 17.109 plus 5. Sadie Davis, South Utah County will be next, and then we will rake after Sadie.
I have to say that I'm a little nervous for this interview because when Cooper Sager's down here, you'll never know what he's going to say, but Cooper Sager's won the saddle bronc riding this morning. Cooper, what do you think of your job? What was your game plan going in?
Just go at him and go to town and spur him.
And is there anyone that you would like to thank?
I want to thank you for being so beautiful, and I want to thank Kelly Russell and all my friends for being back there and supporting me and my mom.
Don't forget your mom. She's down here. She told you to not forget her. Congratulations, Cooper Sagers, in the saddle bronc riding.
Thank you.
Look out, McCarty.
They said they had a bet going for $50 for him to say that, and I said I'll only let him say it if he splits it with me.
Sounds like you could go to lunch for $25.
17.173, 17.173. Rakers into the arena, please. Rakers into the arena, and while we're raking out, Cardi and Todd, take it away.
Well, I don't have anyone else to interview, but Tad Williams and Hallie Bennett want to make their way on over. We can get started with them. But I do have another trivia question. However, Circle J, anyone that works for them can't come and answer it. Who started Circle J Rodeo Company, and who is the owner today? Owner today, kind of an easy one, but who started it?
16.92 for Burke Austin, 16.92. Dax Hunt of Enterprise, your next cowboy to go. He'll be followed by Oxley, Shaheen, and Buster Graham. Dax Hunt of Enterprise. Here's another all-around talent. Watched him last night in the Bulldoggin.
Okay, we got the answer. Who's the owner today?
Stacy Mascaro.
Oh, and he left. Who started it left. Stacy Mascaro is the owner today, but we got the answer. Jim and John Mascaro started it.
It's Stacy and Pete Poulsen.
Pete Poulsen. And Pete Poulsen.
Don't forget Pete. Pete and Mandy have done a fabulous job helping out the Mascaros. As he rides forward, time's going to become official at a 14.11, 14.11 for Dax Hunt. Oh, plus 10. Pfft. Kendall, it's your birthday. You shouldn't be doing that. That should be a birthday gift.
Okay, I'm going to
Plus
prove
10.
everyone wrong. Even you, Todd.
24-11.
I'm going to prove Todd wrong.
24-11. Oxley,
I'm going to prove Todd wrong, and I'm going to goodness. I'm going to prove Todd and Grandpa wrong. It was Joe Mascaro who started it all, and then they passed it down to his boys, Jim and John. Fun fact. And the owners, Stacy, Pete, and Tammy.
Well, thank you.
Samantha Donovan from Dixie will be next to run, followed by Cajun Watterson of South Utah County, and then Madison Nielsen be ready.
This is Oxley Shaheen, South Utah County. Buster Graham, Rowdy Jacks McKee be ready.
And the time is at 22.355 plus 10. 22.355 plus 10. Cajun Watterson, South Utah County will be next, followed by Madison Nielsen of Carbon, and then Sienna Allen, Lehigh.
Time's going to become a 22:41, 22:41 for Oxley. Buster Graham, South Utah County, will be up next. He'll be followed by Rowdy McKee and Ian Ellis. We want to say a big thank you in the small arena to Allie Taylor. She is your photographer over here for Western Edge Photography, as well as we want to say thank you to Layla Dilworth. She's taken some of the best box shots around.
We have lots of QR codes around the complex to scan. One of the QR codes you can scan and they will give you the results as fast as they can. We also have Amanda Dilworth's QR code that you can scan to see all your updated pictures and order a USB.
And the time is a 16.811, 16.811 for Cajun Ryerson. Madison Nielsen, Carbon will be next, followed by Sienna Allen of Lehigh, then Presley Bennett.
Harley Burnett's question is, first one to show me that they have a mohawk. Come down, show me you have a mohawk. We'll get a West Winds Waterwell hat.
Grandpa Brand almost has a reverse mohawk.
I know, we already did bald yesterday morning, and he didn't come down, and maybe we'll do it again, see who else comes down.
Time's going to be a 31:17, 31:17 for Buster Graham. Rowdy McKee of the Spikers will be next to run. He'll be followed by Ian Ellis, then Kyson Stevenson.
And the time for a cowgirl from Lehigh is a 16.632 plus 5, 16.632 plus 5. We're on, that was Madison Nielsen, excuse me.
Now we're on Sienna.
Sienna Allen, Lehigh will be next to go, followed by Presley Bennett, and then we'll rake after Presley.
Todd, do you notice how he just ignores us when we talk about him being bald?
Yeah, it's okay.
He just ignores.
All right, come on, Rowdy, now go to work. One of your tough cowboys and go round number one. Wraps him up, ties him tight.
$17.415, 17.415 for Sienna Allen. Next to go is Presley Bennett. She is one of your national qualifiers from last year. She is from the Spikers. This is Presley Bennett.
And the time's going to be a 13:43 for Rowdy McKee, 13:43. Finished fourth in the first go-round, so strong in the average. Here's Rowdy McKee. Next to go is going to be Ian Ellis of Carbon. He'll be followed by Kyson Stevenson and Weston James. All right, Ian, let's put a run together.
I found someone with a mohawk, and it was the best one I've ever seen. He wins.
And the time is a 16.678, 16.678 for Presley. Rakers into the arena, please. Rakers into the arena.
As they're coming in to rake the barrels, we want to thank Red Roofing. They were established in 1976. They're a full-service commercial, industrial roofing, and sheet metal contractor. We also want to thank Jones Paint and Glass, proudly serving Utah residents with all of their paint, window, and glass needs since 1938. When you hear the crash, think Jones Paint and Glass.
Little Calf's going to try him. Must stay tied for 6 seconds. But Ian put it on there nice and tight because he needed to. It's going to be a 31-31 for Ellis. 31-31, but he's got 2 down. Finished second in go-round number 1. We'll see him back here again on Saturday. Kyson Stevenson, Sam Pete will be your next cowboy to go. He'll be followed by Weston James and Logan Cumbie.
Now we have Western Edge Photography. They're out here taking all the pictures for us. Not only are they taking action shots, but they're also taking candid shots. So we have some amazing things coming from them. But your next trivia question is, who took the state finals pictures before Jim Fain Photography?
Well, I'll tell you what, McCarty, they do a great job. Western Edge, they shoot some great shots, and you better be sure to go over to see their booth. It's on the west end of the grandstand, and they got it all set up so you can see just exactly what pictures you want. Or if you want to buy them all, I think they have
a USB deal, that's right. And they're giving away a free 8x10. I'm not sure to who. I know for sure the state champions. Free 8x10 to all of the state champions. Thank you, Western Edge Photography.
No time for Kyson Stevenson. No time. Weston James of South Utah County is up. He'll be followed by Logan Cumbie and Hazen Bennett.
Carmine Morris from Uinta Basin will be next, followed by Alexis Beckstead and then Afton Beck.
You're going way back in the history books with this in McCarty with before Jim Fain.
I know. We do already have an answer. I don't know if I want to say it because she didn't actually come down here, so I'm going to wait a little bit. But I do have the answer.
$17.400, 17.400 for Kamaya.
Time for Weston James is going to be a 17:58. 17:58 for Weston James. Logan Cumbie, Spikers is next.
Alexis Beckstead from the Spikers will be next, followed by Afton Beck and McKinley Taylor. Be ready. This is Alexis Beckstead, Spikers.
We have the answer. Way back in the history books we went. It was Chatlin Photography.
Logan Cumbie, Spikers. You'll be followed by Hazen Bennett and Jet Stevens.
$16.367. 16,367. Afton Beck from Lehigh will be next to go, followed by McKinley Taylor of West Millard, and then Camry Iverson, Uinta Basin.
And Logan going to work on a good calf. He's going to be at 12.62, 12.62. That's going to put him in the lead for the performance. Logan Cumbie, 12.62 is going to be placing him right now in go-round number 2. Hazen Bennett of South Utah County will be up next, be followed by Jet Stevens and Cole Dubois.
16.336 plus 10. 16,336 plus 10 for Afton. McKinley Taylor, West Millard will be next, followed by Camry Iverson of Uinta Basin. This is McKinley Taylor, West Millard.
Well, that is what you get when you keep your feet moving. Hazen Bennett's going to go to the lead in the round with 11:07. 11:07 for Hazen Bennett.
And the time is a 19.121 plus 5. 19.121 plus 5.
Jet Stevens of Lehigh will be up next. He'll be followed by Cole Du Bois and Easton Peterson.
Camry Iverson, Uinta Basin will be next to go, and then we will rake after Camry.
Tad Williams was the fast time in the steer wrestling. Tad, you said you had a game plan, but when you got out there, it didn't go quite like you imagined. What was your game plan, and then what did it turn out to be like?
You know, that steer, we watched some videos on him, and he was supposed to just come out real slow and check up, and so we was going to see a little bit more on the barrier and let him out there a little bit further, and he did about the opposite of that. So we was a little bit late and chased one down and made a good run, I guess. So.
You did make a good run. You just got to stay good in that average. Tad, you have a lot of people helping you. Rodeo's a family affair for you. Who do you want to thank?
My dad, number one, for hazing for me. That was a tough one to haze, so I'd like to thank him for hazing and Hadley for pushing and everyone down there helping me in the box and at home practicing.
Time's going to be a 14:09 for Jet Stevens. 14:09, Cole Du Bois next of Lehigh.
Congratulations, Tad Williams, fast time in the steer wrestling.
Camry Iverson's time is a 17.106. 17.106 plus 5. 17.106 plus 5 as we move now to the Rakers.
Cole Du Bois will be followed by Easton Peterson. Tractor driver, we've got one to go. Goat tires, one to go.
We have a few announcements to make. Contestants, if you have not turned in your ballots, please do so. They are due last night. So they're making an exception. They're letting you turn them in today. So please turn in your ballots. It's the green slip that was in your contestants packet. We also want to remind our secretaries to come to the rodeo office to pick up their packets as well. And seniors, don't forget that tonight, 5 o'clock, we will be awarding our senior scholarship. So 5 o'clock tonight in the big arena, come and get your scholarship.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, there's a special guest in our audience today. We'd like to say happy birthday to Shalyn Biggs. She's also 4 years South Utah County Secretary, and this is her last year. So a big happy birthday goes out to Shalyn Biggs of South Utah County. She is the secretary, and this is her last rodeo, she says. But she's got grandkids coming.
They'll be back. Easton Peterson, Uinta Basin, your final man to go here in the tie-down open. 11:07 holds the lead. Let's put a run together. Come on, Easton. That was a great picture right there.
Oakley Giles will be next to go. She is from South Utah County, and she is also a national qualifier. Went back to the Nationals last year. This is Oakley Giles, South Utah County. She'll be followed by Peyton Anderson, and then Paige Clem. Be ready.
Well, Easton Peterson, you're going to be at 24:89, but I want you just to smile because that was great watching. You flanked him so tough, it was like the Hulk. You flanked him right on top of you. And then you went to string him so hard, you threw your string to the stands almost. He was just having a tough day. So he's going to smile about it and look back and remember that go-round number 2 may not have been his best moment, but we're going to see Easton back here again. So 24:89 wraps us up. It looks like Hazen Bennett with an 11:07. He's going to win the round, followed by a 12:62 Logan Cumney is going to go number 2.
And the time is 16.324, 16.324 for Oakley Giles. Peyton Anderson Lehigh will be next, followed by Paige Clem of the Spikers, then Devin Wilson.
It's going to be a 13:43 Rowdy McKee in the number 3 spot for our performance. So again, Hazen Bennett, South Utah County, make your way over and visit with McCarty. 11:07 goes to the lead in the performance and in the go-round.
Alrighty, I'm looking for pink lipstick, dental floss, and a childhood picture, but it can't just be one on your phone. An actual hard copy picture, childhood picture.
$17.542, 17.542 for Peyton. Paige Clam from the Spikers will be next, followed by Devin Wilson of Uinta Basin, then Megan Zurich.
We want to wish a very happy 14th birthday to Jackson Broadhead. Happy birthday, Jackson.
You know what? All these people are so special to share the same birthday as Kendall.
I know, Kendall's the best.
Kendall, you should throw a big party and take everybody for ice cream at the Dairy King.
Seventeen, 17.448, 17.448.
It is goat tying time here in the small arena. Thank you to Qantas Services bringing us our goat tying today. Ashley Barrett of Lehigh will be your first cowgirl to go here in the Equibland small arena.
Devin Wilson, Uinta Basin will be next, followed by Megan Zurich of Emory.
Yes, we want to give a huge thank you to Quanta. They have been connecting, powering, and fueling the nation. Learn more about Quanta's education and career opportunities for your high school rodeo athlete at quantaservices.com.
16.446, 16.446. For Denham, and we move now to Megan Zurich Emory, and then we'll wake after Megan.
Well, the cowgirl knew she needed to be fast, and she just set the precedent for the fast time of the week. How about a 6:42? 6:42 for Barrett. Wow. All of you goat tiers, you better have your pistol cocked because she's wanting to make her way back to nationals. Lizzie Holyoke Dixie will be your next cowgirl to go.
I found pink lipstick, an actual picture, and floss. So, no more of those. Thanks for who brought them down.
Who brought a kid picture?
I don't know his name, but it was the cutest little picture. He was only 7-ish now, and it was a picture of him when he was a baby.
16.713, 16.713. Rakers into the arena, please. Rakers into the arena.
Time for Lizzie is going to be at 13:55, 13:55 for Holyoke. Austin Thornton, South Utah County, will be up next. She'll be followed by Tommy Wood and Hallie Wilson.
Okay, we're going to finish off our trivia with the last question. Who is the only cowboy to win the team roping, heading, and heeling? Fun fact, their parents are here who is the only cowboy to win the team roping, heading, and heeling.
Time for Austin's going to be at 10.85, 10.85, just by the hair of her chinny chin chin. Tommy Wood of Enterprise will be next to go. Hallie Wilson, Shani Fox, be ready.
Colorado Mesa is featuring a full boarding and rodeo facility in beautiful Grand Junction, Colorado. From trade programs to masters, they've got you covered. Schedule a tour and check out what they have to offer at CMU. We also want to thank Mountain Land One Stop. They're located at the corner of Highway 40 and 189 in Heber City. They are your one-stop shop for fuel, propane, and stop by Moe's Grill for great food when you are in Heber.
It is delicious. Tommy Wood, Enterprise.
Audrey Tree, Sam P. will be next to go, followed by Jordan Knight of Uinta Basin, and then Allison Shields of West Millard. This is Audrey Tree.
And your time's going to be at 10.21, 10:21 for Tommy Wood. Hallie Wilson of Wasatch will be next to go. She'll be followed by Shani Fox and Kaisley Couture. Hometown, home club talent right here, Hallie Wilson. Let's put a run together.
$16,544, $16,544 for Audrey. Jordan Knight, Uinta Basin next to go, followed by Allison Shields and then Ellie Stevenson.
It's going to be no time for Hallie Wilson. She was one of your top times this in go-round number one.
If you haven't already went and checked out the foundation tent, we have baskets donated by each club, and the silent auction is happening now. There's some great deals over there, so go and check them out. Write your name. Let's do a little auction.
And the time for Jordan is a 16,810 plus 5, 16,810 plus 5. Allison Shields, West Millard will be next, followed by Ellie Stevenson of San Pete, then Jada Torgerson.
Next to go is going to be Shani Fox of Emory. Parents and grandparents cheering section, they're here. Let's put a run together. Come on, Shani. Oh, you lost your stirrup.
That finishes up our trivia. The answer was Jade Anderson. Jade Anderson is the only cowboy to win the team roping, heading, and heeling.
$16,757, $16,577, $757 for Allison. Ellie Stevenson from San Pete will be next, followed by Jada Torgensen, and she is our last one. Team ropers, be ready. We've got 2 to go.
Time for Shani is going to be a 30.94, 30.94. Slight equipment malfunction, but we got through it. Kaisley Couture of Dixie will be next to go. She'll be followed by Gentry Goza and Paige Clem.
We've talked a lot about Circle J Rodeo Company. We want to thank them for being the style contractor here at the finals, as well as ZD Cattle Company. ZD Cattle Company will also be having a team roping right after this rodeo, this perf, in the indoor arena. So go out and support ZD Cattle Company. They will be giving away 20 belt buckles. I have a beautiful one down here right now. You won't want to miss it.
17.099 plus 5, 17.099 plus 5. Jared Torgerson, our last one to go.
1261 for Casey Couture, 1261 for Couture. Gentry Goza, Uinabesa, next to go. She'll be followed by Paige Clem and Haley Flynn. Goza, one of your candidates for student office. And your time for Gentry is going to be an 8.37, 8:37 for your UNO Basin Cowgirl. Paige Clem of Spikers, Haley Flint, Charity Greenhall. Be ready.
Contestants, please remember to turn in your ballots. Ballots are due. They were due a while ago, so we're being lenient. Please turn in your ballots. We also want to remind everyone that with every purchase at Total Cowboy, you'll be put into a drawing for 2 Power Pros. That's what Casey Fields uses, 2 Power Pros. So every purchase at Total Cowboy, go out and support our vendors, as well as Lone Pine Images will be giving away 1 free t-shirt to everyone who wins the go round. So if you're a go round champ, go and see Lone Pine Images. They will get you a shirt.
Well, our last cowgirl had a little tough luck. She was 16.147, fastest time in the rodeo, but we had to put a 5-second penalty on her. So that was Jody Torgerson with 16.147 plus 5. So to recap, third place goes to Denham Wilson with a 16.446. Second place with a 16.367 is Camry Norris. And going to see you, McCarty, this morning is Oakley Giles with a 16.324.
Paige Clem, Spikers.
Liv Rockhill was the fast time in the pole bending last night, so if Liv Rockhill wants to make her way on over, we'd love to interview her and give her a Young Power Sports $25 gift card.
Time's going to be at 13:82 for Clem. Haley Flint of the Spikers will be up next. She'll be followed by Charity Greenhall.
Over on our side, we're going to start off with the team roping this morning. Austin Humphreys, Blake Larimore from Enterprise will be first to go, then Swade Olson and Preston Olson.
Are we ready?
Hallie Bennett, Hazen Bennett, and Oakley Giles make your way on over to the Young Power Sports Winner's Circle.
Austin Humphreys, Blake Larimore, Enterprise.
And the time's going to be a 9.31 for Haley, 9:31 for Haley Flint. Charity Greenhall, Emery will be your final cowgirl to go.
as we are getting set to go, we want to remind everyone that tonight is the final grand entry, so you're not going to want to miss it. It's actually one of everyone's favorite nights. It's Wild West night, so make sure that you come out in all of your best Wild West gear. You won't want to miss this grand entry, and awards will follow, and the short go meeting will follow tonight's performance, so don't miss it.
We could probably crack out the dusters from the 1970s.
And the time is a 25.05 plus 15.
Your time for charity is going to be a 10.52, 10.52 for Greenhall. But as we recap things here in the GOAT tie-in, in third, 9:31, Haley Flint, followed by an 8:37 from Gentry Goza. But winning the performance and going to the lead in the go round, Lehigh's Ashley Barrett with a 6:42. Make your way over and see McCarty, Ashley. We've got some prizes for you.
Our next team to go is Swade Olson and Preston Olson. They were national qualifiers last year. They're from the South Utah Club. This is Olson and Olson. They'll be followed by Caden Keel and Wyatt Ninny. How about a 7.07? 7.07 for the Olson boys. Caden Keel and Wyatt Needy from the Spikers will be next to go, followed by Brennan Cumby and Brock Borkman. Well, we had another hot hand here, and a no time for our team. Brandon Cumby of the Spikers and Brock Borkman of West Desert will be next, followed by Gentry Goza of Uinta Basin, and then Riker Petros.
Check timer. Go back. Try it again. Now try it.
And another
Yep,
hot
we're
hand. No time. Gentry Goza, Uinta Basin. Riker Petros of Uinta Basin will be next, followed by Peyton Bowden and Justin Goodrich. Goza and Petrus.
Looks like the polls are set. We're ready to get underway Here in the West Wind Waterwell pole bending, Afton Beck of Lehigh will be your first cowgirl to go. She'll be followed by Alexis Beckstead and Paisley Davis.
And the time is a 10.54 plus 5. 10.54 for Goza and Petrus with a 10.54 plus 5. Peyton Bowden and Justin Goodrich from Uinta Basin will be next, followed by Clancy Fillmore and Jake Peterson. Be ready.
One pull down for Beck's going to give her a 5-second penalty. 21-241, 21-241 plus 5. 26-241, including the penalty. Alexis Beckstead. Spikers will be up next. She'll be followed by Paisley Davis, and will drag.
$7.29 plus 15. $7.29 plus 15. For Bowden and Goodrich, we move now to Clancy Fillmore and Jake Peterson. They'll be followed by Austin Vaughn and Cooper Jacobs.
Hallie Bennett was the fast time in the breakaway roping. Hallie, you're down here with your brother. Rodeo's a family affair for you. What's it like traveling down the rodeo road with Hazen?
We used to fight a lot, all the time, in the truck, all the time, but now we're friends, and so we just joke around and sleep most of the time.
Now you're friends, and you got the performance win together. You said you want to talk about your horse. Tell me a little bit about him.
I got really lucky to get him. I lost a horse and needed a good one, and he stepped up to the plate and has worked really good for me, and it's been history since.
And you are making history. Is there anyone that you would like to thank?
My family, all my friends, and especially my parents for everything that they do. I wouldn't be here without their hard work, and my brother for pushing me all the time in the practice pen, and yeah.
Congratulations. That's Hallie Bennett, your fast time in the breakaway roping.
Thank you.
No time for Fillmore and Peterson. We move now to our next team to go is Austin Vaughn and Cooper Jacobs. South Utah County is what they call home. They'll be followed by Bridger Crandall and Kessler Riding.
No time for Alexis Beckstead. Cowgirl won the first go-round. She goes out with a broken pattern. Paisley Davis, South Utah County, running for you now.
And the time for Marlon Jacobs is a 6.41, 6.41. Our next team to go is Bridger Crandall and Kessler Riding. They were last year's state champions. They are national qualifiers. This is Crandall and Riding.
Time for Paisley is going to be at 20.628. 20.628. Let's bring in the tractor and drag. In the next drag, it'll be Libby Cornwall, Paige Clem, Raleigh Davis, Brenna Brotherson, and Kayla Gardner.
And the time is a 7.59, 7:59 for Crandall and Riding. Hannah Weston and Bracken Burnett. Spikers next to go, followed by McCrae Fillmore and Rand Hughes.
So Paisley Davis, 20.628 is going to put her number 2 in the go-round. So far, 20.628 puts her number 2 with a herd of girls still to go behind her.
Hazen Bennett is down in the Young Power Sports winner's circle. Hazen, you were the fast time in the tie-down roping. You have a good group of buddies that are down there getting you ready. What goes through your mind, and what do they tell you before you go out to rope?
They usually just tell me to be smooth, and I usually just try and think about what I'm going to do in my run every time before I go.
And when you were in junior high, you competed and you qualified in 4 events to go to nationals. You were a state champion shoot dogging, but this year you don't steer wrestle. Why is that?
I guess it's because I'm a wimp, but I'm planning on doing it next year.
You've heard it here first. He's kind of a wimp, but he's doing it next year. Congratulations, that's Hazen Bennett, fast time in the tie-down roping.
Thank you.
Libby Cornwall, Enterprise, your cowgirl running for you now.
And we're moving to McCray Fillmore and Ram Hughes. And the time is a 9.55, 9:55 for Fillmore and Hughes. Cap Biggerstaff, Uinta Basin, Randy Johnson, South Utah County will be next, followed by Ellie Stevenson and McKinley Motley of Wasatch.
Time for Libby's going to put her in the lead, 20.209, 20.209. She finished second in go-round number 1 with a 20.1, so 20.2 puts her probably in the lead in the aggregate. Paige Clem Spikers will be up next. She'll be followed by Raleigh Davis and Brenna Brotherson.
If you haven't been out to see our vendors yet, we have Frontier Trailer and Roping Supply. Not only are they a vendor, but they are a sponsor of UHSRA. And them, along with South Valley Equine and Logan Coach, gave away a free stall to every kid who qualified for state finals. So a huge thank you to them. If you haven't already, please go over and tell them thank you. That is a huge deal. Thank you, South Valley Equine and Frontier Trailers and Roping Supply.
Well, we had an 8.98, but a plus 15. 5 in the field, 10 at the barrier for Biggerstaff and Johnson. Ellie Stevenson of San Pete and McKinley Motley of Wasatch will be next to go, followed by Kendon Coronado of Enterprise and Rio Hughes.
Time's going to be a 20.852 for Paige. Rayleigh Davis, Wasatch, next to go. She'll be followed by Brenda Brotherson and Kayla Gardner. Time for Rayleigh is going to be a 20.739 plus 5, 25, 739. Brenda Brotherson, Sam Pete, will be up next. She'll be followed by Kayla Gardner, and we'll rake after Kayla.
We want to say thank you to Rock and Bee Hats. Come and visit your UHSRA American hat dealer. Todd is a Texan that now lives in Ogden, Utah. He loves supporting the Utah High School Rodeo Association and the youth. And they have amazing hat shapers over there that can get you a new hat and shape it up for you or fix one that you bought from them in the past. We would also like to thank them. This year they're giving away a Marcy Memorial Award. It's from Rock and Bee Hats, but it's in memory of Marcy and her family. Thank you for supporting UHSRA.
No time for our team from San Pete and Wasatch as we moved out of Camden Coronado and Rio Hughes. They'll be followed by Madison Nelson and Riley Allred.
This is San Pete's Brenna Brotherson.
And the time 16.47, 16:47 for Coronado and Hughes. Madison Nielsen of Carbon and Riley Allred of Emory will be next, followed by Luke Hanks of South Utah County and Heath Hammerstrom.
It's going to be a no time for Brother Sutton. No time. Broken pattern. Kayla Gardner of Dixie will be next to run. Following Kayla, we will drag.
This is Oakley Giles' second time in the winner's circle. She was the fast time in the barrel racing this morning. She last time came and saw me in the breakaway roping. You compete in so many events. Which one's your favorite and why?
Probably barrels because my sweet mare Annie, I love her to death, and she loves her job just as much as I do. So, yeah.
Well, Luke Hanks told me to make this interview hard, and we didn't know how. None of them can see it, but let's see your favorite dance move, Oakley Giles.
No time for our last team as we move now to Luke Hanks of South Utah County, Heath Hammerstrom of West Desert.
Her favorite dance move was really good. I wish you could have seen it. Congratulations, Oakley Giles, fast time in the barrel racing.
Thank you.
And the time's going to be at 21:5:01 plus 5, 26:5:01. Let's bring in the tractor and drag. Here in the next drag, it will be Avery Hollinger, Marjorie Morley, Lindsay Orton, Emily Johnson, and Kylie Riding.
No time for our team of Hanks and Hammerstrom. Richland Anderson, Uinta Basin, Cade Horrocks of Uinta Basin will be next, followed by Luke Haskell of South Utah County and Kyson Stevenson.
It's going to be everyone's favorite night tonight, Wild West night, so make sure you get your horse, make sure you get your woolies, your best cowboy hat, dress up. It's Wild West night. We want to see all of our cowboys and cowgirls out there. It is the final night to do the grand entry, so you won't want to miss it. We also want to thank Rural Avenue for being here. Bridget has spent many years at UHSRA finals when she worked for AA Calisters. Now you can check out her large supply of tack and clothing. You can also get new spurs, spur straps, splint boots, and so much more at Rural Avenue.
Anderson Horrocks, Uinta Basin next to go. Luke Haskell and Kyson Stevens be ready.
The team roping is brought to you by Young Power Sports, where the variety of power sports product is second to none with 8 locations from Morgan to Burley, Idaho. Get your tickets to win a Polaris Ranger 1000 crew from your favorite contestant, and that will be auctioned off tomorrow, raffled off tomorrow.
No time for our team, no time for Anderson and Horrocks. Luke Haskell, South Utah County. Kyson Stevenson, Sam Pete. They'll be followed by Jake Larson and Spencer Hope. Be ready. 4 to go, bull riders, 4 to go. But we've got some unfinished business in the saddle bronc riding.
This is Avery Hollinger, South Utah County. .209 leading the round. You can do it, Avery. Come on a riding.
Luke Haskell, Kyson Stevens, your team.
We want to say thank you to Reams Boots and Jeans. They have had the pleasure of serving Utah for 75 years. They take pride in being family-owned and operated and providing the best price and selection on name brand boots and clothing. Thanks, Reams Boots and Jeans.
And the time is a 23 flat with +5.
Time's going to be a 21.355 for Avery, 21.355.
Jake Larson, Spencer Holt, Dixie and Enterprise next, followed by Burke Austin and Tate Crandall.
Marjorie Morley, South Utah County. Next to run.
Kayla Gardner and Harley Stokes. I have a $60 value certificate to Summit Equine Performance, so come and pick it up. I won't interview you. We've already interviewed you, so just come and get your certificate.
No time?
And the time for Marjorie is going to be a 20.347 plus 10, 30.347. Lindsay Orton, South Utah County's up.
Burke Austin, South Utah County, Tate Crandall, South Utah County. They'll be followed by Diesel Bundy and Berkeley Phillips. 2 to go, Bull Riders, 2 to go. Bull Riders, be ready.
Time for Lindsay is going to be at 22.090 for Lindsay Orton, 22.090. Emily Johnson of Dixie will be up next. She'll be followed by Kylie Riding will rake after Kylie.
No time? Diesel Bundy, Dixie. Berkeley Phillips from Dixie. Our last team to go, and then we'll come back over for the Re-Ride Saddlebone course.
Ashley Barrett was smoking fast in the goat tying. She tied in 6 seconds. Ashley, who got you started into goat tying?
Emily and Ann Du Bois.
And how did you learn to get so fast? How did it become so fluid?
Lots and lots of practice.
Lots of tying your foot. Is there anyone that you would like to thank?
My mom, Emily, and Anna Du Bois.
Congratulations, that's your first time in the goat tying, Ashley Barrett.
Thank you.
And a recap in the team open in 4th place with a 9.55 is McRae Fillmore and Ram Hughes. 3rd place with a 7.59 is your national qualifiers, Bridget Crandall, Kessler Riding. 2nd place, another national qualifier, Swade Olson and Preston Olson with a 7.07. And your winner coming to see you today, McCarty, is Austin Mon and Cooper Jacobs with a 6.41. 6:41.
Time for Emily Johnson is going to be at 21.896 plus 10, 31.896. This is Kylie Riding working for you now here in the small arena. Good run going for Kylie. Tractor driver, be ready.
Well, we're back over with some unfinished business right here, and our cowboy that had decided to go with the re-ride is Cooper James. Smokey is the name of the horse, and we are down in the Burton Lumber Chute.
And the time's going to be at 20.711 for Kylie. 20.711. She was 3rd in go-round number 1 with a 20.5. So very solid and strong run here this morning.
And once again, we call in our rescue rangers, and that is Pete Polson, Otis Grant, and Dan Grant. This is your Burton Lumber Shoot, and this is our cowboy, Cooper James, West Desert. Decided, I want to rewrite, I want to be better than 62 points.
In the next drag, it'll be Eliza Hanson, Ryan Becker, Kayla Thurgood, Delaney Gardner, and Faith Campbell.
Well, it made the qualified ride, and now we'll see what the judges have to say about it.
If you haven't been to the foundation tent, not only do we have clubs with their baskets for the silent auction, but we also have Lone Pine Imaging. They have all of your UHSRA apparel, and now for the very first time, they have spot custom laser engravings in the UHSRA tent. Stop by and personalize your knives, jewelry, buckles, spurs, keys, keychains, and more.
Well, the ride paid off because he scored a 71-point ride. 71. So, McCarty, you probably want to interview him as he's walking out the gate right now.
He's had lots of practice. He's been to the winter circle numerous times in the past.
And we move now to the bull riding. Bull riding is sponsored by Utah Department of Agriculture, and we are down in chute number 4. That is the Jones Paint and Chute. And our cowboy to go is Trace Red. He won the first go as a national qualifier, and he has drawn the bull we called Easy E. This is Trace Red, your cowboy. 8-second ride.
Eliza Hanson, Lehigh, your next cowgirl to run.
Trace comes to us from the Spikers. Come on, Trace, come on, stay there. Oh! Well, I'll tell you what we've got. Our cowboy lifesavers, Stratton Lundgren and Preston Robinson and Rhett Nelson, they're doing a fantastic job. It looks like one of them just got run over, but I believe he's okay. So Trace bucks down just a little later as we move now to our next cowboy, Christopher Staley of Lehigh.
Time's going to be at 21.071 plus 10. 31.071 included for Eliza Hanson. Ryan Becker of Wasatch will be next to run. She'll be followed by Kayla Thurgood and Delaney Gardner. This is Ryan Becker. Tough talent here in the pole bending. Wasatch Cowgirl, another one of your hometown talents.
And our next cowboy to go is Christopher Staley. He came in the number 1 position to the state of Utah. He's from Lehigh. Big Poppy is the name of the bull, and we were down in the Utah Department of Agriculture chute. This is Christopher Staley.
Well, Ryan, I hate that pull too. 19,976 plus 5, 24,976 for Ryan Becker. That was the first 19 we'd seen all week. It's going to take a 5-second penalty with a pull down. Great young cowgirl. We'll see her back here again as we go next to Kayla Thurgood of the Spikers.
Well, we didn't last very long on that bull. That was Big Poppy. No score for the Cowboy. Good run going for Kayla. 20.319. 20.319 for Kayla Thurgood, one of your national qualifiers in the pole bending. Go great with her 20.9 from go round number 1. Delaney Gardner of Wasatch will be up next. She'll be followed by Sage Campbell. I think this bull likes to come to the outgate for the steers. Yeah, he is looking for an interview, McCarty. Nice run going. Come on, Delaney. 21, 541. Our next cowboy to go is Jeffrey Nielsen from Wasatch. Johnny Bravo is the bull. Next to go, the final one, Sage Campbell, South Utah County. We're down in the Keelek chute. Jeffrey Nielsen from Wasatch. Johnny Bravo is the name of the bull. Tell you what, Circle J has brought some bulls today that are really, really rank. Jeffrey Nielsen, Wasatch. I think he's got a cheer-in section. Sage Campbell.
Go on, Sage, get up with him.
Come on, guy, come on. Come on. Oh, eat. Well, Todd, and like you say, and then there was one. And this is Braxton Farnsworth from Uinta Basin. Stony is the name of the bull. We're going to say, and then there was none. We're going to be no time for the last cowgirl out from South Utah County, Broken Pattern. And we're going to give you a recap here momentarily. Pete's got a long line on him, and oh, I'll tell you what, it is like an alligator on dental floss. Well, Dan's got him now. Here is your recap. In the fourth spot with a 20.7 is going to be Kylie Riding, and then a 20.6, Paisley Davis. 20.319, Kayla Thurgood, and winning the performance is Libby Cornwall with a 20.209. So Libby, head on over and visit with McCarty. Braxton Farnsworth from Uinta Basin will be next to go. Stoney's the name of the bull, and we are down in the Jones Paint and Glass.
Cooper James is in the winner's circle. You mentioned that you wanted to make your dad proud, and you did just that. Who motivates you, or what motivates you?
Yeah, I heard Cooper Sager's interview earlier, and he's over here calling my girlfriend beautiful, so I knew I'd have to go out and spur that horse. Come win the perf and come get an interview to make sure she's still my girlfriend, not his.
Okay, fair enough, fair enough. You did ride your horse and then walked right through and came right to me, so I knew that you were going to embarrass me. Now I have to embarrass you. What's your hype song, and can you sing it for us?
I'm not much of a singer. It's the song Tequila. There's only one word, so you got to wait for it.
That's the song?
Tequila.
Cooper James, he won the perf in the saddle bronc riding.
Thank you.
Come on, come on, come on. Oh. Well, a no score. So the Bulls won 4-0. McCarty, maybe we better have Stacy come over and interview with you, because he bought a set of bulls today.
We should, or the bullfighters. We could interview the bullfighters.
Yeah, you could interview the bullfighters. Well, on behalf of all of us, we want to thank you very kindly for being with us this morning. We're going to do it all again tonight at 6 o'clock right here at Wasatch Complex.